What's up, guys? This is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and here we got the X-Men Animated Series Wolverine in its box, and such a cool box it is. I mean, it is one of the draws in getting this figure, that and the paint apps, but look at it. It looks beautiful. It really does. This cool artwork that got the Animated Series vibes. I mean, it reminds me of that Hellfire Club episode of the X-Men where, you know, Wolverine falls like, oh, whatever, I'm babbling. But I will delve into this box a little bit harder than everything else I've ever reviewed because, yeah, like I said, it's one of the main draws. And understandably so. I do got gripes with it, and I'll mention that later when I compare it to another VHS tape. But let's go through the basics first. In the front, beautiful artwork. In the side, Wolverine on top, X-Men, Wolverine, MVL Legends, which is a nice little touch to old school VHS tapes. On the back, the product right there, as well as a little description on Wolverine itself, like if you don't know. X-Men Wolverine. We also got plastic-free packaging thing right there and whatever's that. But let's compare it to some VHS cassette tapes. First, let's just try with the regular sleeve. I mean, this is the regular sleeve. As you can tell, tiny. It's comparable almost in no way. Not even width, height, not length, nothing. It's, you know. But when you take it to one of these plastic VHS covers, now the comparisons are a whole lot better. I mean, it's pretty much spot on this way. You know, it's pretty much spot on. Width, not that much, you know, but it's closer. Height, definitely no, but it's a little more comparable. Now, it's not supposed to be exactly, and I can live with that. But one of the things that I don't like about this packaging is the material for the cardboard itself that they used. I mean, you guys see that? That corrugated paper underneath? I mean, during time, that's gonna get like dirt and everything accruing through there, you know? So it won't stand its test of time. At least I don't believe so. They should have gone with a good old chipboard instead. Or instead of going plastic free, they should have gone more plastic. Made it like this cassette cover. Freak it, become a freaking Captain Planet villain, man. You know? Anyway, now that I got into the cassette, the packaging, let's get into the figure itself. And here we have Wolverine out of his box with his accessories on the floor. The figure up above, looking pretty cool, might I add. I wanted to go into the accessories before I went into the figure, so I wanted to start out with what I think is the worst of the accessories, which are these extra hands. Now, why would they be the worst? They're actually that. Extra hands. They're not gloved. I mean, yeah, I know you can see the fingernails on them. On top of that, they also don't have the three things that come, you know, the three, I don't know what to call them, but these little things, basically, that are not part of Wolverine's claws, but are part of the glove. So, you know, this is just a repainted hand. It feels ultra lazy with these hands, so these are, I could deal without them. I know they're meant to hold the coolest accessory, which is this right here. I mean, this is, you know, it's pretty much like the Animated Series. I would have been happy with a little wash or something in the photo frame, but this is as good as you could get, basically, so I'm not mad at them. Let's put it right here on the drawer. I hate these hands. I love this. Let's get into the extra head, which is cool too. You know, I love the colors that they chose for this figure. Like, for real, I really do. Even with the flesh tone. Like, the flesh tone even gives it an animated look. I mean, that looks cool, bro. You know, I don't know why I find this so cool. Maybe it's because the cowl is kind of like how I envision Wolverine, but I dig this head sculpt. I'm not mad at this head sculpt. I'm not mad at this. I am mad at this. This showed very little effort, like I said. And it's gonna show also what kind of effort they had with the figure. So let's get into him. We're gonna measure him in first, and he stands, without counting the ears to his cowl, he stands just a little bit of over 5.5. Counting the ears to the cowl, he stands just under 6 inches. So good height for Wolverine in general. Getting into this figure now. Let's get into his overall aesthetic. Of course, this is like the perfect body to Wolverine. This is like the body for Wolverine. I love the yellow, like I said. I love the blue. I love the cowl ears. This Wolverine is pretty much almost gray. Like, I even like the paint apps from the underwear up. It's like they did good effort from the underwear up. There's that cell shading technique on the underwear, a little bit on the belt. It follows the musculature to the actual figure all around, even into the head. Now, from the legs on is where it becomes a problem for me. First of all, like, it doesn't follow anything from the top. The top, you see curves. You're going with the muscles. Even with the underwear, you see curves. This this is just a straight line. It does not follow anything. And forget about the boots, because there's none of that there. There's none of that there. It's like maximum effort. Little effort. Little effort. This looks a part of the suit. It does not look what this is meant to be. And then couple that, this already looks bad. But then you put it to the back. This got a straight line. The back of the head got a straight line. I mean, the shoulder pads, which I love what they did with the shoulder pads. I mean, it's both in front and in back. So I got no problem at all with the shoulder pads. But then there's nothing here. Nothing in the red belt. Nothing in the underwear. And then this just looks lazy. So in comparison, the front, when you put it in the front, yeah, it looks cool. Kind of, except for the legs, and except they don't got nothing right there. But in the back, it just looks horrible. It looks horrible. Straight line, nothing. Straight line. That's straight lazy. That is straight lazy. And it's a shame, because in my mind's eye, this could have been like the perfect Wolverine. Sorry, guys, I kind of knocked the mic. But this could have been the perfect Wolverine. I even actually like the new claws. I think they're better than the old Tiger Stripe Wolverine claws. Not as good as the Hugh Jackman one. But these do look like the animated version. So I like the claws. But man, just a little bit of effort would have brought this Wolverine to be the Wolverine to have, I think, across any line. Because this yellow and this blue just looks cool. I mean, look how he looks right there, This just saddens me, man. Anyway, let's get into the articulation. He does got a ball hinge on top, so makes him look like that up, which is good. Makes him look down, which is good. As you can see, he had a little tilt right there, so yeah, that's a little tilt. Can't be mad at that. His arms go up about, I don't want to force it, but yeah, that's about as far as it goes. Of course, it gives the full rotation and everything. He does got a bicep swivel, which works just fine. He's got double jointed elbows, little bit over. That's pretty much 90 degree on the mark. Let me see what I could do. Yeah, pretty much 90 degree on the mark. Swivel and a hinge on the claws, so that's okay. He's got, swivel on the waist. Got an ab crunch that brings him good back. I mean, brings him good forward. Back, it's alright. His legs don't kick back at all. He kicks forward that much. He could split that much. Got a thigh cut. Double jointed knees, which are great. And then on top of that, he's also got a boot cut that is perfectly hidden inside the boot, which is the way to do it. Ankle goes back that much, goes forward not much at all, but he does have an ankle rocker, which will get you to posing how you want it to be posing. And like, oh, I forgot. Butterfly joints, man. Butterfly joints. How the heck I forgot that? So yeah, the butterfly joints make him look cool. Like, Wolverine. Like, yeah, makes him look cool. So the butterfly joints work perfectly. I mean, all right, guys. Like, full disclosure, I love this Wolverine. I just, look, he's even got shadow underneath the ab. So it's like, I don't know. They did great effort right here. The pants, I don't know, man. I don't know. I love this Wolverine because of the colors. The flesh tone looks animated. The blues are how I like it. The yellow is how I like it. The cowl is those big, exaggerated cowls that remind me of Wolverine. So, yeah. But now that we got into everything in the figure, let's do some comparisons, including the old Tiger Stripe Wolverine. And here I have him next to Cyclops, leader of the X-Men, which is not a bad comparison. I mean, I love the height difference, but that Wolverine body has been used forever, so this height difference is not a surprise to anyone. And here I have him next to Cyclops and Phoenix, which is, the love triangle. I don't have a regular yellow and blue jean, but I am getting the animated one version soon, so stay tuned for that review. But yeah, here it is with these figures, which look pretty cool. I love the scaling. And now to our final comparison. We have these two Tiger Stripe Wolverines, which is, obviously the animated one. And then there's the love triangle one, I think. Now, there's something interesting about this love triangle. Like, I never, obviously, obviously, the yellow to this alternate head does not match to the yellow on this. I mean, the yellows are different. The blues are different. And I feel that the alternate head that came with this does not match at all with this yellow. But it kind of matches with this yellow. And that also goes with the cowl. I mean, it doesn't match this yellow. You could tell that's totally different. But it's leaning more towards this yellow. So we're not going to try this head because I just feel the yellows are just way too different. Oops, I'll leave him there. This yellow, though, I feel could be fudged to fit in with this figure. And, the loss of cell shading, you could just say, hey, it's because his mask is ripped off. As well as these alternate heads. So let's try with each one. Here he is with one of the unmasked heads, as well as the cowl down from the love triangle. Let's try the other head. Satisfying pop. Alright. Oh. Here he is with the other head. That one looks a bit weird. So I'm not a fan of that one. Finally, let's put the tattered mask head on. I do feel like the yellows do match pretty dang good. So there is that. Oh, this one I kind of love. Like I said, I love the yellow that's used for this animated series Wolverine. And I loved the yellow that was used on the alternate heads of the last, of the Love Triangle 3-pack. This looks cool. And you could play it off like, hey, the cell shading isn't there because the mask is ripped. So, oh, on that subject, let's also try its alternate head because you guys haven't seen it, at least in this review, how it looks like. And there we go. There we go. Not bad looking at all. I love this one out of all of them. So take it as you may. I love those. I like those kind of ears better than this kind of ears. Like I said, and like I'll keep saying, I feel like this is my mind's vision of Wolverine. They just didn't implement it as well as I would have liked them to. But what do you guys think? Or do you guys like this Wolverine? I dig it. Like I just said, it just feels a little half-assed and stuff in my opinion. And it would have been so much better if they just took a little bit of effort. But he's still my favorite Wolverine out of Hasbro. I mean, I don't got no other Wolverines from any other line, so guess he'll do. If you guys did like this video, please please subscribe because it does help out the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.